I know you guys are thrilled and excited to see the, your fellow members or your future fellow members here. So I'm not going to take too much of your time. I just want to let you all know that for those of you who here knows Annie Sez, or a shop that Annie Sez. Okay, good. So Annie Sez, for those of you that don't know, is a specialty store that caters to fashion to women at all ages. We carry designer brands at even less than department store prices. So our popular vendors include Michael Kors, Calvin Klein, Tahari, Jessica Simpson. Her denim is one of our hottest sellers year-round. So we have locations throughout New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and for those of you snowbirds, go down to Florida. We have one in Boca as well. So feel free to visit us at anniesez.com and sign up for our email list. We send coupons, events, announcements, and also for those of you that are more social media savvy, you guys can also like us on Facebook. So that's it. So if there's anything that you need from me today, I'll be here all day. And again, thank you so much for having us on this one amazing day.
We have a monthly pass special too with Annie Sez, right?
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. For all of you who have your monthly passes, you get 15% off at any Annie Sez location. I know most of you, if not all of you, live here in Staten Island, but if you guys, are in New Jersey, in Brooklyn, Queens, the island, anywhere there's an Annie Sez, you show that pass in January and February, you get 15% off.
One more reason to have monthly pass, Jenny, wouldn't you agree?
Why? Not everyone has monthly pass?
Who doesn't have monthly
Who doesn't have
pass?
monthly pass in here? You? Only one person?
He's under 18. No.
He's under 18, that's why. What are some of the benefits of that monthly pass, besides, of course, the 15% off at Annie Sez, which is huge? What do we love about monthly pass? E-Tools! Oh my God, E-Tools makes it so much easier. What about the little discount you get by signing up with monthly pass, right? What do we get? From $14 down to $9.92. $9.92, not $10. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I mean, it's really, really worth it. And Annie Sez, as a Garmento, someone that worked for Tahari, Ellie Tahari actually.
You worked at Tahari?
I did.
I didn't know that.
Oh, there are things that you don't know about me. And I also worked for Andrew Mark, and the girls are actually sporting some of Andrew Mark and Tahari's clothing. And Calvin Klein spoke at my FIT graduation. But what I want to say is,
really?
honey, I'm a wealth of information.
7 degrees with Jody, right?
Right. What I want to say is Annie Sez has these incredible prices on these hot designers, okay? So we're going to start showing our stuff. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Thank you so much.
Bringing this fabulous Annie Sez fashion
Okay, so first we have, can we keep it on, Elena?
Sure.
I just want to
Is
talk a little
Elena
bit.
ready? She was waiting for some friends.
Elena's ready. But first, I want to tell you that Elena, beautiful Elena, where is she? That's her before and her after. Oh my. Unbelievable. Isn't it fabulous? Does she look great? Yeah. Okay, Elena's lost 54 pounds with Weight Watchers. That's great. She's gone from a size 14 down to sometimes a 4 and mostly a 6. Who said, oh God? Who wants to see Elena? Look at her strut her stuff in her beautiful Marc Jacobs. Unbelievable. Elena is wearing a Marc Jacobs in a size small, along with Romeo and Juliet in a size small. Elena, how do you feel, my love?
Amazing. I feel really good.
Amazing. 54 pounds down. And you know, the things that have really helped her, first of all, she has a quote in her bio that I want to read. It says, you can do anything if you want it bad enough. How many of us want it bad enough?
That's it?
That's it? Half of you? Yes, I have. Just go to Dunkin' Donuts now and get it over with. No, how many of us really want it bad enough? You gotta want it. Now, Elena contributes a lot of her success due to the Weight Watcher magazine, E-Tools, of course. What else has helped you along your journey?
Well, I come here on Saturdays, so it's like my one thing during the week that keeps me going is coming to the meetings every Saturday. I look forward to it all the time.
You do. So you found a meeting that really worked for you with a leader that worked for you, right?
Maureen
Yeah.
has helped me so much.
Yay, Maureen! Woo! Maureen, Saturday mornings and afternoon. Sorry, I'm just pumping up your...
Why, thank you, Jenny.
And you mentioned here that you've read a couple of interesting books that was put out by Weight Watchers. How did that inspire you, the Jennifer Hudson book?
The Jennifer Hudson book, I read it in the beginning of my journey, and she's so amazing, and she's so real. Reading the book, it just makes you believe that you can actually do it. And I didn't think when I started that I'm going to get it all the way, but reading about her made me feel that, wow, she did what she did, and maybe I could also.
Exactly,
Yeah,
great.
Absolutely. And the weight loss class I read as well, had a lot of inspiration, had a lot of ideas that you can, encounter into your journey as well.
Beautiful. Who has some questions for Elena at 54 pounds down? Anyone?
Come on, you must have some questions.
Did you exercise, Elena?
I did. After the first month, I started going to the gym, and because it became easier, and I started little by little, the elliptical, the Zumba classes. I started running, and at first I could only run for less than a minute, and now I run for 40 minutes.
Whoa! 40 minutes. Is that amazing? And, it's so funny because a lot of us say, I can't do it, I can't do it. And here she says that if you want something bad enough, you can do anything, right? Beautiful. Thank you, Elena! You look amazing! Oh my God.
I always get to see people in weigh-in clothes.
So, Elena, would you could, no, you don't need to. Would you have worn this outfit beforehand?
Never.
Never! Okay, next we have a very successful member. Her name is Stephanie. Take a look at Stephanie's before and after photo. Pretty amazing, huh? Stephanie lost 116 pounds with Weight Watchers. 116 pounds. Can you imagine? That's a whole person. That's 2 of my 10-year-olds. Yeah. 116 pounds. She went from a size 22 down to an 8. Okay? Stephanie talks a lot about really great habits that she has now developed. But I want to pull Stephanie out here. I want you to see that 116 pounds off! Stephanie! Pockets 116 pounds ago.
I always wear pockets. But not on the dress usually. So usually on like khaki pants and things like that.
That dress is awesome on you. That dress is a Michael Kors dress. Yeah, who watches Project Runway? Who's with me? Who's with me? Yeah, okay. Michael Kors. Stephanie, talk to us a little bit about your success. You talk a lot about breaking bad habits and replacing them with new, which is now called what?
Come on, didn't we just go over this like half an hour ago?
Basic routine.
If you're trading in bad habits and creating new ones, they're called creating new routines. Routines, exactly, right? Because those are our things now going forward with 360. So talk about those bad habits and how you replace them with some of the good ones.
It took a lot of incremental change over time to kind of develop into what I have now is sort of my solid, the way I do things, just the way I eat and the way I exercise. But initially, I didn't even really exercise so much in the beginning. Like, I would just try to get the data portion of this lifestyle together. So, like, tracking my food on eTools a lot and coming to meetings and making incremental changes to my food. Not, like, drastic changes, but just really incremental things from the way, like, I took my coffee down to, like, the way I took my yogurt. Just you know, making it a little bit different over time. And I think patience is really important, because sometimes you'll try certain things, they might fail you, you can try them again, and then maybe with something else, it'll push you forward. So it's a whole evolution over time.
Well, you mentioned that actually in your bio. You said the things that worked for you on day one may not necessarily work for you, you know, a year from now or 116 pounds ago. What do you mean by that? And does anyone else notice that?
Yes.
That what worked for you on day one may not necessarily work for you now. But Stephanie, what did you mean by that?
I might, in the beginning, I was able to eat like maybe more snack food and still have a result. But now that kind of stuff sort of hinders me a little bit more. So I need to keep it pretty power foody. You know, it works better now. You know, when I was in the beginning, like I had so much to lose that like a little tweak would give me a result. Now, a little tweak gives me a little result now. So it's like the expectation's different. So you have to kind of, just because I'm working out 5-6 days a week doesn't mean I'm going to lose all the time. That's just sort of your base now. That's what happened before. But then that would have been like a big thing. So that's what I kind of mean by that.
And what about exercise? What did you do?
When I started, I would just walk on the treadmill, maybe a little light work on the elliptical. But now I do boot camp like 4 times a week. I run, stuff like that. So you work up to these things. When I started running, I started jogging at a rate that I kind of run at. I started jogging at a rate that I kind of walk at now.
Wow.
So it's sort of like these things change over time. And as you do more, you want to do more, and you're able to do more, and then you push you forward.
Unbelievable. How does she look? I adore that dress. How much is that dress retail? Do you?
I believe it's at $99.99.
Oh, and with the discount of the monthly pass,
It'll be
free practically.
85.
85.
Yes.
Michael Kors dress, $85. Look at these pants. These are her before.
Khakis. It's my uniform. My friends are here. My husband and my friends are in the back.
Where are your friends? Where are they?
And I wear polo shirts and khakis all the time, like a uniform.
What changes did you notice in Stephanie, best friends back there?
Those pants, I want to burn them.
She's been my stylist. She's helped. She's, I think, very proud right now. She's a proud mama.
Aww. Aww. Are you feeling emotional? Yeah. I'm like Barbara Walters. I try to get everyone to cry.
So she's got all these heels. It's incredible.
Accessorized.
Insane.
I've known her in college. I've known her all my life in college. She only wore jeans and t-shirts.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Never seen her in a dress ever.
Is it the first time ever?
Until I got married.
I've never seen her in college wear a dress ever. And then she started with the program, and then my wife she's like the dressy person. They just started hanging out, and like a funny good story is like we went up to Vermont once for a weekend.
So I got the shoes.
Our husband and I were just hanging out there at this outlet at the feet, some wooden store, whatever. And him and I were just standing by the sidelines, and the two of them were just like picking out dresses that she would never have picked out like when we were in college. She never would have went for it. And now she's like picking out 6-7 dresses and not every one.
How proud are you guys of her? Is your husband here?
My husband's right there.
Where's the husband? Patrick, you're the person to ask. Is she less cranky? Patrick, what are some changes that you noticed in your beautiful wife?
Just a lot more energy and a lot more active.
Yeah. How proud are you of her?
Very.
Yeah, that's incredible. All right. Where'd you go on vacation?
I hit goal and then I went on vacation.
And then don't you go to meetings, you said, in Boston, too?
Yeah, sometimes.
Dedicated.
So she's looking for a meeting while you're on vacation,
Yep.
Patrick?
I almost did it when we were in Ireland, but I was like,
You're like, forget that.
There were limits. Joe has a question for you, Stephanie.
How long, Stephanie, did it take? How long? I mean, it's a lifelong journey, but how long did it get going?
3 years and 3 months, I'm not going to lie. It took a long time.
That's all right.
The first
They
year
go
was
on
the
that.
most. It took me 70 pounds was like my first year. It was when I had like the most momentum. And second year was kind of like that that second movie in the trilogy, like Star Wars and Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, where it's like it brings the story forward, but it's kind of like a waste of time. But like, not really a waste of time, but it was sort of like I was searching for things that I was having some trouble. I lost maybe about 20, 30 there, and the last year it brought me to the end. I really focused on fitness, and that's where I ran it all out.
That story sounds pretty familiar with a lot of our members, actually. That's fantastic. And you know, yes.
The day she reached gold, do you remember?
I cried on the scale. I cried on the scale. I was like, oh, out of here. Just like I saw.
Was she less cranky that day?
Yeah.
So, you cried on the scale. Why? How were you feeling before, and how are you feeling now?
Well, when I first came in, I was really, really nervous, but you're full of like this fear that you're going to fail, but also like hopeful that this could be like a new person.
Hopeful.
Very hopeful.
Yeah.
Because it took me like a year to kind of get in my mind. It took probably my whole life. I've always been really heavy. But, you know, it took me probably my whole life to get here, but that previous year, it took me working in my head to be like, I need to do something serious to change myself forever. So I was really hopeful, but I was very, very nervous. I was like, I don't really know if I could do this. All I could do was want to do this.
Right.
And then you see success, and then you feel good. The meetings are really helpful because it's just a very, like, supportive atmosphere.
Beautiful. I love it. Any other questions for Stephanie?
She lost 116 pounds. Nobody has any When you get hungry, in the beginning, how did you handle it? Because we're on these points.
Yeah, well, I would try to make my house kind of like foolproof. You know, like that's just, you know, at work and at home, those are the two spaces I'm in the most, probably. So I try to make those two spaces mostly like of things that like wouldn't really distract me. So, you know, things that I liked, and, you know, I like to have volume, so I'd have like a lot of fruit and vegetable. I'd have, you know, good proteins.
Isn't that this month's healthy routine too?
Yeah. Fruits and vegetables.
So, you know, and then that rolled into like, you know, I started planning my meals in a more serious way going forward. But in the beginning, like, I would just try to have things that I knew were like, you know, kind of like okay to have on a regular basis, you know.
And protein, right?
A lot of protein. I eat a lot of protein all the time.
Right. Because why? Keeps us satisfied longer, right? All right, Stephanie. Unbelievable, Stephanie!
God, she's hot.
All right, I know, right? Next is Linda. Yes! Linda in this photo was a size 22. Wow. Linda today is sporting a size 8. Okay? Linda's lost 94 pounds on the program. And tracking and attending meetings is like the biggest thing for her. She thinks that is the most helpful thing to her. So Linda is actually looking really hot. So come on out, Linda! Linda, did you ever imagine? Come on, stand up. Look at her.
She's holding the wall up over there.
I know. Look at you. Unbelievable. Would you have ever worn that 94 pounds ago? No. Tell us what has worked for you. I mean, clearly you wrote in huge letters, tracking, attending meetings, and the chocolate drizzle things that we sell, she loves, right? Yes. But Linda, what is it? What helped? I mean, tracking clearly helps. How did you track? Did you track on e-tools?
No, I tracked with the paper tracker.
With the paper
The
tracker?
old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way. Did you look things up with e-tools?
No.
No, you didn't. Wow. So you went through those books.
Yes.
Even more credit.
Yes.
Talk to us about how you felt walking in that door 94 pounds ago.
How I felt?
Yeah.
Well, I had a whole bunch of mixed emotions. I was terrified. I was embarrassed because I had lost weight before and then put it back. But I was excited also.
Okay. All right. What has helped you? I mean, you talk a lot here about positive thinking. And eating a variety of foods, which is interesting, right? And that is those are the types of things that we get from the meeting. is the different ideas. But
Yes, that's a big thing for me because I get bored very quickly.
okay, so positive thinking you talk about. How so?
Just always having in mind that you can do it. And anybody could do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it.
If you could do it
You
anyway.
put your mind to it, you can do anything.
Who feels that way? Do we think that that's true? Okay. There's some non-believers in this room, I see. All right. But she's telling you that she walked in this door not sure she could do it, and here she is, right?
Well, Linda's a lifetime member, too,
Yes.
right, Linda?
Yes.
Okay. So what's different for you this time? This is it. You look hot, gorgeous. You're keeping it off.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, last time when I hit gold, not long after that, I stopped tracking and I stopped coming to the meetings.
Yes.
And that was the beginning of my downfall.
Okay.
Just because you hit gold doesn't mean your journey's over.
Right.
It's a lifelong journey.
Lifelong journeys. Okay. So
No,
Linda's-
she was on a cruise. See the background? There's a cruise ship over there. You know, she was on a cruise
Yes.
with Ellen. Ellen, you
And I
want to tell
tracked the whole
everybody?
time.
She tracked every day. I was throwing her in the track overboard. Every day she was good. She had everything ordered to work the program, and she did really good. And I can't believe she's done so well. I'm really proud of her.
Did you have fun on that cruise?
Yes, we did, except we were in Sandy's storm.
But wait a second, she was diverted to Boston out of her itinerary, but she still tracked while she was on the
tracked. Still tracked. I want to do a Weight Watcher cruise.
Are you sure?
That'd be nice. Have corporate agree with me. So, Linda is wearing a Mark by Andrew Mark dress, and that retails for $160, but that is like an awesome, awesome fitting dress. And her shoes are Tahari. Beautiful, right? Okay, and now we want to show you, grab those pants, girlfriend.
Oh. You're going to make me show the pants?
Yes. 94 pounds ago.
These are the pants I wore when I first came to
Okay.
the drawer and weighed in.
Okay. Let's see them.
Wait a minute, I got them open for me.
Is it worth all the tracking and all the meetings coming to and all that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Linda, yes, you're right. Beautiful job. You look awesome. Unbelievable.
There's not a seat.
We're a full
just made a whole bunch of new friends that are offering.
There you go. There you go. Okay, next we have Angela. Now, Angela lost 51 pounds with Weight Watchers. She went from a size 18 down to a size 8. Pretty amazing, right? What I love about Angela is she's really taking good care of her family. Her whole family is on Weight Watchers, including her beautiful daughter, who will come out right after her, Kristen, okay? And speaking from a mom point of view, are you taping me? Oh, geez, get my good side.
All your sides are good sides.
I'm sure that one of the reasons that she walked through these doors was to support her daughter as well. So I want to introduce Angela. 51 pounds. Yes, look at her. Unbelievable. Angela is wearing a Calvin Klein outfit, and it looks unbelievably awesome on her, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, Angela, talk to us about getting your whole family on board.
Yeah, I had gone through a lot of diets, a lot of exercise equipment that's still up in my attic, and it really is heartbreaking. My daughter came to me and she was like really frustrated with her own body, and I was like, oh my God, it's the whole cycle is just starting all over again. I always struggled, and now I didn't want to give her that, so I said, you know what, we have to do something. And she had mentioned Weight Watchers, and my sister had said that she was going to join.
That's Josephine, her sister.
Hi, Joe!
And,
I see the family resemblance.
oh my gosh, you don't
we had seen Tina, and she had great success, and she kind of like, I was like, wow, if Tina can do it, by all means, we can, do it. So we all went to Weight Watchers, and my husband, all of us just joined up, and let me tell you, it's been a great ride.
What do you love about it?
Our meeting is a lot of fun. We have all of our, Terry's here from our meeting, Josh is here. We have a great
Do a
time.
shout out!
Yeah! We, at the meetings we get to share, secrets, we get to share recipes, we get to share, like, what works for us, what doesn't work for us. Everyday real living. That's the difference with this program. Because all of those other diets, as soon as I would have, like, a piece of bread or a potato, I felt like a failure. I felt like, oh my God, here it goes. I've already cheated. I might as well just forget about today and just try to start again tomorrow. And sometimes I didn't go back. And that's what led, me to just getting more heavier and heavier. So, this program definitely gives you the support. I think the meetings, we have great time with Maureen. She always keeps us involved. And yeah, she definitely does. We really do have a great time when we go.
Now, Angela writes here that she goes to relatives' houses and brings her own scale and measuring
Yes,
does.
I do. In fact, if they come over to eat at my house, it's right in the middle of my table.
Okay.
So I know at first it made my mother, she's an Italian woman, and she, would get very upset. Oh, what do you mean you're just having a little piece? And, now she's seeing all of us and seeing the success, and she really is very supportive now. Like, it's not, an insult to her cooking, and, she's really come around, but I definitely take my scale, and, but as you progress in the program, you really can, by eye gauge, say, that is 2 ounces of meat. This is, the right size that I should be eating. So it does get easier as you go along.
Beautiful. And something that she wrote here that I found very, very, real, really, is she wrote, I no longer buy 3 of the same shirts in 3 different colors. So she doesn't have to. Now she can, right?
Always yelled at me for that. She was like, Mom, you can't do that. It's just so wrong.
But how many of us have done that? Oh, it fits. I'm going to buy the same shirt in different colors.
Yeah.
Now she goes into Annie Sez and picks out this hot Calvin Klein outfit, and she didn't ask for it if it came in brown. She doesn't care. It fits and it looks beautiful. So I love how the whole family's involved. Any questions for Angela before we bring her beautiful daughter out?
Well, how long has it been since you lost the
We all started February.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we started in February. Yeah, we all started in February, and and like I said, when I first sat down and they told me, oh, you only can lose 0.5 to 1 pound, I was like, what, are you kidding me? I want this off me. But then I realized, if I was going to lose that fast, then it wasn't really going to stay off. So now, it's gradual, and after a while you see the changes in your body, and it really gives you time to, change your lifestyle, because when I first started, I didn't exercise like a maniac. I don't exercise like a maniac now either. I'm more active, take the dog for longer walks. I finally joined the gym because now I actually will go into a gym. I was too embarrassed to go into a gym. So I recently joined with my husband and my daughter and Josh. And
your husband just became a lifetime member too, right?
He became a lifetime member.
Wow.
Yeah. He's been
fabulous.
Yeah, he couldn't be here today. He's upset. But he's doing great. He's doing great. He loves it. He was able to do a hike with my son through, he's in Boy Scouts. He was able to do a, 84-mile hike with the Scouts this summer.
How much weight did he lose on weight?
He lost 53 pounds.
Would he have been able to do that 53 pounds
he
ago?
couldn't even breathe, to be quite honest with you. He was having trouble breathing. Yeah.
Remember when we added it up the other day about how much the whole family lost?
233.
233 pounds this whole family lost. Josephine, Josh too over there. Josh lost some weight too. Kristen and Angela and Keith.
So I'm sure in a lot of ways it's easier to do with a family member and a friend, right?
Definitely.
And clearly,
but you do get that support with the meetings, I have to say. The meetings, you do meet a lot of friends.
Great.
Terrific.
Unbelievable, Angela. Okay, next we have our youngest member, Kristen. And this is Kristen's beautiful before picture and after picture. Kristen was a 1X. Okay, now she's about a size 10 or 12, depending on the designer. She's lost 38 pounds on Weight Watchers. And we all say, oh, but you're young, it's easy to do. It's harder for the the younger people in a lot of ways because there's so many temptations around there all the time, right? And as somebody that's a little more advanced in years, you think our health is also at stake. So it's really time for us to get into control. But I'm just going to tell you that right now, Kristen is actually wearing Jessica Simpson, and she's our spokesperson. So come on out, Kristen! Oh yeah! And I love this outfit on her. Oh my God! The whole thing is Jessica Simpson? It's so young and fresh. Oh my God, she looks so beautiful. Talk to us a little bit about it. When you went to your mom and you said, Mom, it's time for me to eat healthy.
I mean, when I was 12, my parents put me on my first, diet, and it was just so difficult for me because socially, all my interactions were like, oh, let's go get coffee, let's go out to dinner, and it's just it was just so hard, and I felt whatever I ate wasn't the right thing. And then it got to the point with those diets that I was hiding food wherever I could possibly find it, in my school bag, in my room, and it was just getting to the point where I was enough. And then I went to my mom, and it was really hard for me to go to her because I was just feeling so bad about myself. And then my aunt mentioned she was going to join Weight Watchers, and I knew other people that were on it, and we came, and the journey's been difficult, but it's really paid off.
It really has. Oh my God, doesn't she look great? She looks amazing. Say it again. Is that her
Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Sweet 16.
Oh, you're sweet 16. Oh my God. And you talk about being a young person, and how helpful was it to do it with other family members?
It was really great to do with my family because they were really there to keep me in check, make sure I was doing the right things. They were really there to help me, and even some meetings that they weren't able to come to, the support of the other people in my meeting really helped out.
Beautiful, beautiful. I want to get your mom back up here because I'd like to take a picture of the two of you together, you hot mama and daughter.